So after using this monitor for a while, I genuinely think ASUS understands exactly what competitive gamers and content creators want right now, because this thing sits in a really interesting spot. It's not trying to be the craziest, ultra-expensive OLED display on the market, but at the same time, it delivers an experience that honestly feels premium in almost every important area. And this is the ASUS ROG Strix XG27ACMG. Now, right away, the first thing that stands out is the design. ASUS kept the overall look very clean, but still aggressive enough to feel like a true ROG product. You've got slim bezels around the display, a sturdy stand, subtle gamer aesthetics, and honestly, it looks way more expensive than a lot of monitors in this category. The stand itself is super adjustable too. Height adjustment, tilt, swivel, pivot. Basically everything you'd want if you spend long hours gaming or editing videos. And yes, there's even a tripod socket, which is actually pretty useful if you're doing streaming setups or mounting accessories. Small detail, but really smart. Now the real story here is the panel. This is a 27-inch QHD display, so you're getting that sweet spot resolution of 2560 by 1440. And honestly, for gaming in 2026, I think 1440p is still the best balance between image quality and performance. It's noticeably sharper than 1080p, but way easier to run than full 4K. Games look crisp, detailed, and clean. Text looks sharp. Videos look excellent. And when you combine that with a 270Hz refresh rate, everything becomes ridiculously smooth. Like seriously smooth if you're coming from a 60Hz or even 144Hz monitor. The jump is immediately noticeable. Mouse movement feels more responsive, animations feel cleaner, and competitive games just feel faster overall. And the crazy thing is ASUS paired that refresh rate with a 1 millisecond response time Fast IPS panel, which means you're getting both speed and color accuracy at the same time. Because older gaming monitors usually force you to choose between fast performance or good visuals. But this monitor actually gives you both. Colors are vibrant, viewing angles are excellent, and motion clarity is insanely impressive. And then there's extreme low motion blur sync, which sounds like a super complicated gaming feature. But basically it reduces blur during fast movement while still allowing adaptive sync to work at the same time. So when you're playing FPS games, racing games, or anything fast-paced, motion looks incredibly clear. And honestly, this thing feels built for competitive gaming. Games like Valorant, CS2, Fortnite, Apex Legends, they all look fantastic here. The responsiveness feels instant, and paired with powerful GPU, this monitor absolutely flies. Now another big feature here is GSYNC compatibility. And if you've ever experienced screen tearing during gameplay, you already know how annoying that can be. But with adaptive sync enabled, gameplay feels smooth and consistent. No tearing, less stuttering, and overall just a way cleaner experience. But what surprised me most is how good this monitor is outside of gaming too. Watching YouTube videos, Netflix, editing photos, even basic productivity stuff. It actually performs really well across the board. The HDR support also helps content pop more, especially in brighter scenes. Now obviously, this isn't some $1,000 professional HDR OLED display. But for this category, the HDR experience is still pretty solid. And I also appreciate the USB-C support here, because more monitors seriously need this, especially if you use laptops, tablets, handheld gaming devices, or even minimalist setups. One cable connectivity just makes life easier. Another underrated thing is the display widget software from ASUS. Instead of digging through monitor menus with tiny buttons, you can actually adjust settings directly from your PC. Brightness, profiles, gaming modes. Everything becomes faster and easier to customize. Now let's talk about the actual experience after long gaming sessions. This monitor feels incredibly comfortable to use. Eye strain is minimal, colors stay consistent, motion handling stays sharp, and honestly, once you get used to 270 Hz, it becomes very difficult to go back. That's the dangerous part about high refresh rate monitors. Once your eyes adapt to this level of smoothness, standard displays suddenly feel slow. And I think ASUS understands that perfectly with this monitor, Because the XG27ACMG isn't just about one flashy feature. It's about balance. You get high refresh rate gaming. You get strong color performance. You get premium design. You get modern connectivity. You get low latency. You get smooth adaptive sync. And you get a monitor that genuinely feels future-ready. Now, of course, no monitor is perfect. If you want true OLED blacks, this isn't that. If you want full professional HDR mastering capabilities, this isn't really targeting that either. But for most gamers, honestly, this hits a near-perfect sweet spot. Especially if you want one monitor that can handle competitive gaming, content consumption, streaming, editing, and everyday use without compromise. And I think that's why this monitor is going to become extremely popular, because ASUS basically looked at everything gamers actually care about and combined it into one package. Fast refresh rate, sharp resolution, excellent motion clarity, reliable adaptive sync, great colors, modern features, and they executed it really well. So yeah, if you're building a gaming setup right now or upgrading from an older display, this is definitely one of the monitors worth paying attention to. And honestly, after using it, I completely understand the hype. Hi guys! If you want to buy this ASUS ROG Strix XG27ACMG gaming monitor, then please visit the link provided in the description below.